Hello, and welcome to Chair Yoga. Today's practice is about exploring, being aware of our bodies in the space around us and the space within. So join me for this exploration of our bodies in yoga. So we're going to start out, as we always do, with our breath. Just observe how you're breathing. Sit a little taller. Stack your shoulders over your hips, and perhaps looking straight ahead, looking down at your fingertips, or even closing your eyes for a moment. Take your awareness inward and notice the breath and how it expands the body on the inhale and how the body contracts inward on the exhale. Just observe, no need to change it. Just be. And using your inner sight and wisdom, observe how your body moves. And then we'll flutter the eyes open and take the hands up and just circle your wrists for a moment. Notice how your wrists move, how your fingers move. I notice for me, they move inward together and outward together. Maybe yours are more like windshield wipers. Just observe which way feels natural to you moving through the wrists. And let's place one elbow in a palm. Having the hand up, let's move that hand in a circle. How big a circle? Well, observe, explore. Is it better for you to have a small circle, or is it better for you to really stretch it out? Maybe we go in the opposite direction and then bring it to stillness. Let's try it on the other side. And now, again, observe, is it better to have a small circle, or is it better for you to make that circle a little bigger? Do the fingers move as you circle? Mine do. I don't know. I just observe that and go in the opposite direction, exploring how the lower arm and wrist and fingers move together here. And then pause. Take your fingers up and stretch them out really wide, and then claw them in and then stretch them out. So you're just bending into the joints of the fingers here. And now we'll take that to a fist and really curl the fingers in. Are your thumbs out or are they in? Explore what's better for you, in or out. And then release that down. Hands at your side, let's roll the shoulders. So we take them up towards the ears, forward a little and down. Take the shoulders back. Now, is it better to do a small little circle for you? Or do you like to really make it big? Are your elbows along your side, or do you take them out away from the body? No right or wrong, but be aware of how your body moves. Explore here that movement. Let's take them back. Do you have the same range of motion? Are your elbows in, or do you like to take them out? Do you get more range of motion with the elbows out or in? No right or wrong, just exploring our bodies here. Now let's take one arm across the body and gently hold it on the top part of the arm. Spread the fingers and draw it in towards your chest. Still sitting tall and still breathing pretty evenly here. And then we'll take the arms out and do it on the other side. Just notice the shoulder. And then we'll bring that down. So placing the hands once again on our thighs, tilt an ear towards the shoulder. Just notice how that feels. I'm going to look straight ahead to keep my gaze ahead, and then bring it back up. Now do it again, and this time extend the opposite arm and explore what's better, arm out straight, arm down, what feels good to you. And any given day could be different. And then come back to center. Let's try it on the other side. Start out just with a little lean, keeping the eyes forward. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And now let's explore. Hand low, hand straight out from the shoulder. Which one gives you the better sense of a good stretch in the side of the neck? And then bring the head up and the hand in. Turning your eyes to look over one shoulder and bring them center and turn and look over the other shoulder and bring it back to center. Now we're going to take one hand up away from the body, high above our heads, and the other arm down so they're going in opposite directions. Notice now that stretch. Where do you feel it? Explore. Is it better to have the palms forward or the palms back? Just playing with that a little bit. Let's do it on the other side. So here, both my palms are forward, and now I'm going to turn them back. Maybe I keep the bottom one forward and the top one back, or just the opposite. Or does it feel really good to switch them with a little movement? And then release that and bring it back to center. Once again, take your gaze over one shoulder and back to center, and over the other shoulder and back to center. Let's work with the lower body now. So rock from hip to hip here, sit bone to sit bone. Nice and easy. Just notice how doing this little bit of movement in the chair might ground you down more into the chair, give you more of a sense of anchor into your chair. Come center, hold it there, and lift one foot and circle the ankle. And just like the fingers when we were circling the wrists and elbows earlier, is it better to have a small circle, or is it better to have a bigger circle for you here on this particular day, in this moment? Point and flex the foot. In yoga, we often want you to stretch, right? To go a range that is just a little bit beyond normal so that you get a little bit more movement in your joints. Let's take that foot down and lift the other and circle. But here today, just explore. Is it better to have a small circle, or do you feel that you're getting more out of it with that bigger circle? Let's go in the opposite direction. And then point and flex. Now notice I don't have shoes on today, so your range of motion might change with shoes on, and that's another thing that you can explore. Shoes on or shoes off, which is better for you. So we'll take the feet apart a little bit, and once again we're going to be rocking side to side, feeling really supported in our chair. And then bring the body center and take it into a circle. And explore here. Is it better to lean really far back and forward? Or is it better for you to just keep it shallow? A little circle here. Go in the opposite direction and explore that direction. Explore how the feet stay anchored on the floor. And if you find that your feet are rising up as you do this, perhaps you put your yoga blocks under your feet or your blanket. And then come center and heel toe the feet parallel once again. Step one leg out to the side of the chair. Keep the other leg forward. Lift the heart. Notice here a stretch in the inner thigh. Keep the knee pointing in the direction of the toes. So if your foot's here, keep the knee here. If you can, a little wider. And explore which one is best for you. Sit tall. And we'll take side angle here, raising the other hand up. Now perhaps raising the arm up is good for you. Perhaps placing it on your lower back is better. Either way, let's see if you can make space right across the chest here with your stretch. And is it better to rest this arm here, or is it better to have the hand? And another way that you could explore is straighten the arm, pushing a little bit into the inner thigh on that side leg. And again, here, is it better to have the arms in opposite directions? Exploring our practice here today. And maybe lifting the heart a little bit, reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine, and taking a side stretch. Perhaps we take this top arm over our head, deepening the stretch. And then we'll release up a little bit, placing the arm there or the hand. Take this top arm and just circle it in front of you. And again, is it better to have the arm close to your body? Or is it better to reach out and make those circles? Which works for you? And let's reverse it. Exploring our shoulder here, mostly our shoulder. But we're still working with this side leg, pushing it out a little bit, pushing into the sole of that foot. And then bring the arm down, sit tall, and step that foot back and in. Let's explore the other side. So we step that foot out, knee in line with the foot. The other foot is straight forward here. And we sit tall. We always start with making sure that the spine is tall and long, shoulders over hips. And then we'll lean into that leg again, either hand or forearm. And this other free arm can be on your back. That allows you to open up across the shoulders. So start there. See how that feels. Can you keep that openness in your shoulders as you bring that free arm up? Is it better to lean into the leg a little bit? Or is it better to straighten that bottom arm and press into the inner thigh? Again, breathing from the tailbone to the crown of the head, exploring how these positions in yoga feel to you. One more breath here, and then we'll bring the arm to rest ever so lightly. We're going to circle this other arm, our top arm here. And again, explore. Is it better to have small circles? Is it better to bend the elbow, or is it better to keep the elbow straight and make larger circles? Explore your movement here. Let's do it in the opposite direction. And perhaps you feel a little different going in the opposite direction. Sometimes it feels so odd. We don't do this very often, right? And then we bring it down and we sit tall, stepping that foot back to the front. And once again, take a couple beautiful breaths here. Then we'll come forward in the chair just a little bit more. Make sure that your sit bones are still in the chair. Your feet can be about 8 inches or more apart. We're going to do a cat-cow. So to sit tall, we're going to bring the hands right by where the leg meets your hip. Sit tall, expand across the front of your chest. Maybe even take your gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And then we're going to tuck the chin on our next exhale. Slide the arms forward on our thighs and round our spine. Here we go. Cat, exhale. And inhale. Now you might explore here, moving the arms and hands, sliding them on the thighs, or you just might anchor your hands and just do the upper body. Rounding. Is it better to tuck your chin first and round? Or is it better for you to round and tuck second? All explorations that I invite you to do today. Let's do a couple more. Explore. I'm pulling my elbows back here. You might explore that. One more. And then come up to neutral and pause. Take a few breaths. And then we're going to explore the legs a little bit more, turning sideways now again in your chair. So one foot on the side of the chair, knee over ankle. And then we're going to take the other leg and drop it down towards the floor. So notice where you are in your chair. Make sure that that side leg is supported. And make sure that you're close enough to the edge of the chair so it doesn't pinch the inner thigh. Just notice here. Notice the foot. Are you on the ball of the foot? Or did you put the top of the foot back into the floor, stretching through the ankle? Just be mindful of that. Not too much pressure if you're on the top of the foot. And if you're in your sneaker, it probably is best to be on the ball of the sneaker, right? Can we walk that outside leg back a little bit more? How about a little bit more? Can we bend it and straighten it? Bend and straighten. I'm just moving my arm out of the way so you could see what I'm doing here. I'm exploring. And now can we connect the upper body movement to this movement of the knee in and back? And it might not completely straighten. Explore that. See where you can go with it. And if you're not moving the knee at all, you're here, and that's as much as you want to do today, fair enough. I'm going to add the upper body. So here I am. I put my foot back. I bend the knee. I straighten. Bend the knee. Now as I straighten the knee, I'm going to push the same side arm forward and back. Forward. And I bring the elbow in and knee in. And I'm supporting myself on the side leg here. You can also hold on to the chair. So you could explore which way, leg or chair, makes you feel safest when you're doing this, right? It's all important. How about if I raise my arm up, pointing to where the wall meets the ceiling, and then bring it down? Does that change anything for you? Notice I'm also looking in that direction to get a little stretch in the throat. Then again, you could look straight ahead, or you could look up and play with that, explore. And then bring it in, and let's release that arm down. Bring that knee in again, and then extend the arms in opposite directions. And as you do this, we're going to lift through the ribs and twist in the core of the body. Notice. Explore. Can you twist a little deeper and look at that backbone? And then slowly release the head and the arms and release this leg. Bring it in so that you can turn to the front of your chair. Maybe we just rock back and forth here. Maybe we sit and breathe. It's all good. I'm going to go to the other side now. So again, I'm going to bring one foot out to the side of the chair, knee over ankle. I'm going to turn in that direction and bring the outside knee down. So notice I'm moving just a little closer to the edge of the chair so it doesn't pinch on the ball of the foot, or start out on the top of the foot if that feels comfortable for you, for a little stretch in the top of the ankle and into the toes. And then I'm going to bring that back in. And then I'm going to take it back a little bit, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Just kind of find that motion. I moved a little closer to the edge. I'm exploring here, right? So I explored, where do I sit so that this leg can move a little bit more freely? How about if we hold it back and we lift the same side arm forward, just parallel to the floor at first, in and out. Explore, where is it best to look at that hand? Is it here, right out in front of you, or is it up? Where's the other hand? Explore, on your thigh, or are you pressing into the chair? And go slow enough so you can notice how the body is moving here. Taking the gaze up or keeping the gaze straight ahead. Exploring that. And then we'll bring it in. We'll bring that knee in a little bit. And then we reach the outside arm back and the other arm forward. Lift the ribs. Breathe in, exhale, and twist. And again, explore here. How far do you twist? Do you twist and then release it? Inhale and twist again. And then exhale and release it? Or are you staying in this position, but breathing? And every time you inhale, you get a little taller. Every time you exhale, you twist a little deeper. Perhaps you look at that back thumb. Exhale and slowly release that. Step the outside leg in, step the other leg in. Come to center, pause, and breathe. So we'll do a little movement today. Sitting in our chairs today, we're going to take the hands to the heart. We're going to push them forward, open wide, bring them up, and press the palms together and bring them center again. So forward and out, up and in. Now stay here with the thumbs in front of your heart and press into the palms. Now, you might have your elbows down, or you might have them up. Explore the difference here. It's very subtle for me. I don't feel a big difference. How about you? And then we'll release that and come out to the fingertips here. No pressure in the fingertips, but the elbows come up. Now if I draw the elbows in and press into the palms, and then release them, and press again, and release it. One more. And then release it completely. Take the hands down, give them a little shake, and rest and breathe. Taking one leg forward now, we're going to stretch it out and land on the heel. Now, support yourself on the other leg so that you feel safe. And then we'll explore. We're going to take this same side leg, that arm, we're going to reach it out. Is it good to just keep it hovered high? Reaching downward, hovering over the toes. Is it better to press into the shin? Or is it better to press into the thigh? What we want to feel is a stretch in the back of that extended leg. So in order to reach the toes, for me, I have to lean really far out. And you may not feel comfortable doing that. Stay high, but pull the toes back. You're getting the same stretch here, here. It's all about pulling the toes towards the shin to stretch into that back leg. And then we'll come up and release that. Let's do it on the other side. So you don't even have to lean forward. Just pull the toes towards your shin, extending the leg nice and long. And perhaps you lean a little, supporting yourself on the opposite thigh. Perhaps you bring the hand out and you're exploring for yourself. Where does it feel like you're getting the best stretch you can here this morning? Maybe on the thigh, shin, or touching your toes. And taking at least 4 beautiful breaths before you come out of the pose. And then slowly, if you're bending forward, slowly come up and bring that foot in. Scoot to the middle of your chair. We'll take the bottoms of our feet together. Now, if you're in sneakers, you're probably just going to rock to the pinky side of your sneaker. Open your knees up and lift up. Just pause here for a moment. Just notice how the inner thighs are working. And then we'll squeeze the knees and we'll open and we'll squeeze. You don't even need your hands on your thighs if you don't want. Mine just landed there and that was okay too. Now, notice what is happening in your glutes as you open. Notice how your spine grew taller. Exploring here. Does it make you taller to draw the belly in a little bit? And release. Or maybe you're exploring and you don't feel that movement at all. Just explore. What feels good? Is it better for you to push the knees out, out, out? Or is it better for you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze them in? Or both? I think by my intonation there, you could tell I want you to do both, right? Push them out, pull them in. And then let's pause and just place the feet back on the floor. Sitting tall here. Exploring your body now with the breath. Breathing all the way down into your toes. Noticing how they feel. The arches of your feet. The legs. And then bring your awareness to your hips, your lower abs, your upper abs, your lower back. Breathing and seeing if you can't expand that area with the inhale and then contract it towards the spine on the exhale. And explore that same sensation in the upper chest and upper back, upper shoulders. Then take your breath down the arms all the way to the fingertips. And soften the hands and release with each exhale any tension as we come to the close of our practice. Breathing into the neck, maybe closing the eyes, breathing into the face. And as you exhale, the face softens, the eyes soften, the jaw softens, and perhaps your tongue dangles in your mouth or rests behind the lower teeth. Then we bring the hands together and rub the palms to create that warmth and hover it over your eyes. And just observe here, explore. Is it better to have the hands far away from you or close? Or maybe you actually cup them around the eyes. And then open your eyes and bring the hands to your heart. And bow to your body for its fabulous explorations today. I hope you enjoyed this exploring practice this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you practiced it. Let me know what discoveries you made in your practice today. Namaste.